What's going on, everybody? Cooper Eisenmann here with Keller Williams Realty right here in San Ramon, and in this video I want to give you my top 30 reasons why I think San Ramon might be the perfect city for you to buy your next property. And if you haven't seen my videos before, as I just mentioned, I am Cooper Eisenmann, a full-time real estate agent here in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas of the East Bay area, and those cities consist of Livermore, Pleasanton, Dublin, San Ramon, Danville, and Alamo. And I am the agent for you for anything buy, sell, or investing related when it comes to residential real estate in the cities I just mentioned. I do a ton of business from people that reach out to me specifically from my YouTube videos, and I absolutely love it. So if you need anything from me buy, sell, or investing related as it pertains to those cities, call or text me directly. It's always the best way to get into contact with me for any questions you may have. I get people reaching out to me also having questions about renting a home. They're moving from out of the country in some cases, and they just really know nothing about the area, but their job relocation is here and they know they're gonna rent and eventually buy. And I answer all the questions. Even though I don't handle rental properties, I will help you identify a home, find a good neighborhood or a good city to move in, and of course help you buy and or sell residential real estate. So without further ado, let's get into the top 3 reasons I think San Ramon might be the perfect city for you if you're considering a move here. And my first point is going to be that San Ramon takes the cake as far as newer homes available. So new homes and the inventory of those homes seems to be much more and higher in San Ramon than the rest of the cities here in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley area. In particular, the Windermere and Gale Ranch communities of San Ramon. Now, those two communities are the newest communities in the San Ramon city, and all of which have been built in the last 20 years. So you can go all the way back to around the year 2000 when the communities started to get developed, all the way to today, where some properties are in the final stages of being built. So 2000 all the way to 2022 built homes and everything in between. And I have noticed that with some of my clients, they prefer San Ramon because of the age of the housing and what's available. Danville, Alamo, Dublin, Pleasanton, and Livermore. So the remaining cities are just not up to par with the age of housing and how new the homes are. Dublin is a close second, with Dublin Ranch and Wallace Ranch being a large community within Dublin with newer homes, but people like San Ramon and they like the age of the housing, and most of them are moving to one of those two communities to take advantage of the housing here. Now, the second point on my list on why San Ramon might be the perfect city for you is San Ramon has done a fantastic job of revamping the city and making all of the newest, hottest amenities or retail shopping available to you within the city of San Ramon. So they've done a great job of having a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, the Bishop Ranch New City Center, an outdoor mall with a state-of-the-art movie theater. They have a Target here. They have a ton of stuff available to you right here in the city. You can't say that much for, say, like an Alamo, Danville, or Pleasanton, which are older cities and just aren't up to par with what's available to you as far as retail shopping and amenities go. So if I'm saying Danville or Pleasanton, for example, they don't actually have a Target within the city limits. They don't have these new outdoor shopping malls within the city limits because they're older cities. You actually have to go to the next city over in some cases to get those things. So for example, if you're living in Pleasanton, you need to go to Dublin to get to a Target. If you're living in Danville, you got to come to San Ramon to get to a Target, things like that. So San Ramon is really high on my list for amenities that are available, new retail shopping centers that are being built. Everything is becoming newer and nicer and available to you within the city limits of San Ramon. So basically wherever you live, you're within a 5 or 8 minute drive to almost anything you need without crossing city limits. So that's another reason why I think a lot of my clients and a lot of people have their eyes set on San Ramon as their next destination to buy a home, and I couldn't agree more. I used to live here and everything was so close. I mean, where I lived was just across the street from the park I'm at right now, actually, and anything I needed was a 2-minute drive. Whole Foods, Target, Chipotle, medical centers, hospitals, the city center at Bishop Ranch, everything is very, very close, and I can see why people love it. Now, the third reason why San Ramon might be the perfect city for you if you're considering a move to the East Bay or the San Ramon Valley or Tri-Valley area is because of the schooling. Now, I can say this for most cities in this area, that the schooling is top-notch. It's some of the best you're gonna get in the entire country, and that's just a fact based on the ratings. But San Ramon in particular, along with Danville and Pleasanton, have some of the best schooling out of the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas, most of which, and I don't know this off the top of my head, but just through my research and doing a lot of business here, most of which are gonna be in the 8, 9, and 10 out of 10 ratings at greatschools.org. For example, Dublin and Livermore fall short of these other 3 cities as far as school ratings go, and have schools in the 6 and 7 out of 10 rating scale on greatschools.com. But I have had clients specifically tell me they wanna buy in San Ramon because of the schooling that's available, and they've done their own research as to what programs are offered, how the kids are testing out of these schools, etc., and they have pinpointed San Ramon to be the destination for them. Actually, being one of my clients just closed 2 weeks ago on a home in Gale Ranch, and we specifically looked in Gale Ranch because their son is in high school and they liked the Doherty Valley High School and wanted to be zoned for that high school. So I can tell you from firsthand experience, the schooling here is top-notch. As far as public schools go, it doesn't get much better. You know, overall, San Ramon has a fantastic energy about it. I can't really explain it unless you come here and visit and spend some time. But for example, I'm sitting in the park here recording this video, and to my left, I got what looks to be some sort of summer camp or something with kids ages 5 to 10 years old having a blast under the tent playing. There is a skate park right behind me that's almost always busy with kids of all ages and parents hanging out, skateboarding, scootering, on their bicycles. There's a huge playground just across the way where it's always busy. They have a small water feature, they have basketball courts, they have baseball diamonds, huge grass and lawn areas, and the energy in San Ramon has always been high and just felt good being here. It's also nice to know that there's so many options as far as food goes. You know, I'm on the road a lot with my job, in the car, showing property, meeting clients, and having a lot of options for different restaurants might seem silly, but it's something I've noticed in San Ramon specifically, that they have almost anything you could need here. And in some cities like Livermore, where I live, or Pleasanton, they just don't have as many options available to you. So when I say everything you need is right here in San Ramon, I truly, truly mean that. For example, across the way here from where I'm sitting right now, there's a Chase Bank, a donut shop, Buffalo Wild Wings, an American restaurant, a Trader Joe's. There's just a ton of stuff, super hyper local to this area. And where I am right now is pretty much center San Ramon. Windermere and Gale Ranch is maybe a 5-minute drive up Bollinger. There's 2 golf courses within a 2-minute drive from where I am right now. So locality, amenity wise, retail shopping wise, it's all right here. And it just doesn't get much better than that. And I don't want to sound repetitive, but I think San Ramon and the city and who's running the city has done an amazing job at revamping this place and making it as welcoming to as many possible people. One downside that I have heard from people who have lived here quite a while is that it's just getting too busy and there's too many people and the car traffic has gone crazy. But it's all relative, right? I mean, sure, when you lived here in the 70s, it was gonna be a lot less busy than it is now. You live in a highly, highly popular area. that a lot of people are wanting to move to and call home. And some people might call that a bad thing. I call it a good thing because it just puts San Ramon, the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley, more on the map. It raises home prices for the people who have lived here a long time. Not a great thing for people who are just buying here, but you get what you pay for, and San Ramon is one of the best cities in the Tri-Valley and San Ramon Valley areas, and I say that from experience, both having helped people buy and sell homes here as well as living here myself, and it's a fabulous area. I hope you liked this video. That was just off the top of my head on things that I know I like about San Ramon, things clients have told me they like about San Ramon, and if San Ramon has been on the map for you at all, then you probably already know these things, but it's always nice to hear it from somebody else who is here all the time and used to live here. If you need anything from me, buy, sell, or invest related, please do not hesitate to reach out, call or text me directly. It's always the best way to get into contact with me. I'd be glad to help answer any questions you have about the area, and more importantly, help you buy or sell a home if that's what you're looking to do. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much for watching.